First Kings, third chapter and third verse. Now, it says something like this, right? So Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and made offerings at the high places. And then next verse, and the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. Solomon used to offer 1,000 burnt offerings on the altar. Now, Solomon offered 1,000 burnt offerings at the altar. Now, in the third verse, it is said that Solomon loved the Lord. Now, when we love, our God, right? So we should also be, ready to offer our worship to the Lord. Solomon, offered 1,000 burnt offerings. Now, what does that equal to, in these days? Now, we don't do that offering, but how can we offer that, 1,000 burnt offerings, right? So that means we should be able to, worship God with our wholeheartedness, with our complete mind, and with our complete soul. That, see, God, I am experiencing your steadfast love. And you have shown me, what is your love. And I have been living in your love. And I want to continue to live in your love. And that's what, kind of makes me, worship you. And that's what, brings the words in from my heart to worship you. And that's how, God wants to experience us, his love. He says that he's love and he's the source of love. From where can we learn love? Means it, God is saying that you can learn from me. And then God, says that, God sending his son into this world, and in this is love. And then God also reminds us that, we didn't love him first, but God loved us. So that's the reason we are loving him. In 1 John 4:19 again, these words are mentioned. We love God because God first loved us. It's not we first who, loved him. Now, and then since God loved us, right? The other question which is being answered in 1 John 3:1 is, what kind of love we are experiencing through God? When God sees the whole mankind as the whole thing, he says that I am God for you. But when God sees an individual person, right, he says that I am Father to you. And in 1 John, 3rd chapter, 1st verse, it says that what kind of love Father has given to us. If you ask that question, he has made us, his children. So that is his love, what God has shown us. Now, becoming children of God is something which is, very experiencing the greatest love of God, right? So when we become the children of God, that means, he becomes the father. And the father's love to the child is very near and very close to the child, right? So God is not very far, but he is near to us, and then he is showing us his love, and he is giving us his love on a day-to-day basis. Now, Solomon, he experienced the steadfast love of God, and then he worshipped God, and then he offered 1,000 burnt offerings. Now, we can spend some time in worshiping God individually. Maybe if we can close our eyes and then spend some time worshiping God, and then we can go forward.